I'm so fucking dead.
No,
Can you
wait for me.
fly over to me? Fly over to me. Oh, I'm so fucking dead. Oh, wait, is that a... Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god. Can I make it into the water? Can I do it?
Yeah, you'll make it to the water.
Oh shit!
Do you see me? I think
Yeah,
I'm near you.
you're right next to me. Look to your right.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you slow
Oh no.
by.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Do you want me to go for cable you?
Hey bosses, what is up? The boss here. Here's just this little add-ons, mainly and partial macro guide that I thought I'd throw together. Anyway, to get started, my first add-on is add-on control panel. This is just, it allows me to modify my add-ons, enable, disable them through while not actually exiting the game. When I want to disable, you uncheck it or whatever, but then you have to reload UI. This is much quicker than completely restarting the game though, so I like that. Next is Aatrox Arena Viewer, otherwise known as AAV. You can find this in Curse. It allows you to, it automatically records all of the matches that you play in Arena, and then you can go into them and watch step by step, speed up or slow down what happened, like what, you can see the stats, MMR chains, the damage and healing done, and all of that, your rating, and as you can see here, it shows what's being casted, and etc, etc. I usually speed it up. As you can see, when a heal is kicked or whatever, it'll show it as a red cross through it. Here, I'll show you an example here. As you can see, up on the enemy team, I kicked his flash heal, or someone did, and it got cancelled. And it's really nice to see if your team members, like Nameless Joker or Jackson, fuck up, and you can always go back and tell them what they did wrong. It's not really only for making fun of people who are playing bad. You can use it to learn from your mistakes, or if you're teaching someone their flaws in Arena, etc, etc. Or I like to look back at what I could have done different if I didn't practice the game. I can just see what I did wrong. Alright, next I have Battleground targets. This is pretty much Gladius for Arena. You can show enemy FC health, position, or distance, range, etc, etc. It'll show FC, and it's just helpful. You can see how many people are targeting a certain target. Put on focus by right-clicking, just like Gladius. So I like this add-on a lot. If you're doing RPGs, it's really helpful. Alright, my next add-on is DBM, Deadly Boss Mods. This is pretty much just basic PvE mod. It works in PvP, like if you're doing BGs, it says what's going on. Like on the right side of your screen, it has like flag cap timers and all that. It's just a basic mod that everyone has. My next add-on is e-casting bar. This is the certain cast bar that I have. For instance, when I mount up this casting bar, I don't know, I just like the look on it. My settings are just basic. To enable it, you want to enable hide outline, otherwise the bar is shown forever. You drag it around where you want it at, and then hide outline, make sure that's checked, or it will be really weird. And yes, the only ones you really need is target bar, focus, and casting bar. The rest, you don't, mirror bar, you don't really need. Next is diminishing returns. This is just my basic diminishing return add-on. When I have something on DR, it'll show it. I can set it to Gladius or where I want it to be. You just click through the drop-down box and enable where you want DRs located, and then you change the size of it and where you want it by dragging the X and Y offset cursor on the bottom here. Alright, my next add-on is Extra CD. It just shows the internal cooldown on basic spells like Cheat Death or Trinket, like if you have Girthalak or Vile Shadows, it'll put the internal cooldown on when it can proc in there. For instance, Vile is a 10-second internal, so once it procs, it counts down 10 seconds, and then you know it'll proc soon once again. That's nice to have. My next add-on is Gladiator LOSSA. If you aren't doing Arena, you really want target and focus only, or in like a BG or RPG, you'll be getting spammed, and you really only want to check the boxes of something you really want to see. Like, I don't really care about a warrior sweeping strikes or
Death
deadly
Wish.
comms. I really only want to know any shield walls or Rex or something like that, or dispersion. I guess that's kind of, you can see that because it happens. But if you're not on the target and they disperse for mana, this is nice to know because you can hear them disperse, and then you know, okay, now we can swap to them hard. I don't know, it's just personal preference. Next is Lose Control, that add-on. It shows the stuns, for example, right here, or CC and such put on a target. I have my stuns on right above me, target stuns right under the target, and such. My focus, I like to have it put on the top, so I know it, like, big icon up top, you know. Next I use Omni CC. This is pretty much just the cooldown timers on my skills. See, it glows up and it shows the cooldown. at the bottom of my bars of every cooldown. It ticks down to the second, and it's really helpful to know the exact second your next thing is going to be up. Next up, Pratt, it's my chat add-on. Not much to know about that other than you can copy a text, just right-click on the person or the name of the person and copy to edit box. Control A, Control C. It's easy to copy text around and etc. etc. I like that just for the copying. So if someone sends me a message and I want to forward it to someone, I don't have to retype it. I can just right-click, copy, paste. Okay, I misread that. Never mind. Okay then. Well, my next add-on is Safe Queue. I really like that because when I queue into an arena, there's no leave queue button. I can still leave queue, and when you're, you know, like the moment when you're gonna say I'm gonna re-queue, and you right-click on the icon to leave queue or whatever, and then as you click leave queue, the arena pops. Like the chance of that is so insignificant with this because right as you right-click the icon, it leaves instantly. You don't have to click on the leave battle. It's just instantly gone. I've never had an issue with leaving queue while trying to re-queue and it popping once I had safe queue, and never accidentally hitting leave queue because yeah, lost points for no reason. That's not fun. My next add-on, this one I've been asked a lot about. I use tidy plates for my bar add-on, or my health plates. I just do the basic theme. I always check show non-target casting plates because I want to see when someone is casting like that I don't have targeted. I can just swap over really quick and kick them without actually targeting them or anything. Well, I can focus them and then kick them, but it's a lot easier to see other than looking at Gladius because it's right above their head. More about tidy plates. You click the little wrench to edit it. It's pretty much a default for me. Just make sure you have opacity to full on your current target and non-target like 50%. Otherwise, I don't know, it's too much of clutter. You can even turn that down a bit maybe. I don't really have anything changed. As you can see, it's all just basic. I'll scroll down slowly if anything isn't the same for you as it is for me, so you can copy mine. However, the only thing I changed is the debuffs. If I'm playing my rogue, I want pretty much my stun, sap, garrote, rupture, bleeds, wound, poison. Wow, why is that not on there? My next add-on is Spell Alerter. As you can see here at the top of the screen, it'll show the target and who they are polying. For instance, Joker polyed me and it showed that it was polying at me. If it's polying your healer, that you know that there's a poly coming at your healer and you can try and stop it. Alright, next I use basic modifier macros. I pretty much just use mod shift. I'll put these in the description and on the screen somewhere. Mod shift or mod focus, or mod focus, shift, alt, etc. Control. I use alt for a few of them and shift for others. The spells I mainly use focus macros modifiers on are pretty much just any basic spell that can be used to CC a healer. My redirect, my stuns, my kicks, my gouges, garrote, sap, shadow step, and blind, disarm, all the pretty much basic spells. The only macros I use for arena 1, 2, 3 are focus. Other than that, I don't use gouge or disarm or anything like that on arena. I use that just on basic focus. Here's just an example of my shadow step macro. I also put cancel aura, hand of protection in this one. That's just special one because I like to be able to shadow step my focus. Say I get bopped and I'm about to get. Okay then, Joker. So if I'm bopped or whatever, I know we're about to get a kill and I can cancel the bop because I know I'll live and do the shadow step kick on land a kill or something. That's really good. And other than that, I use a normal sap macro, which I just have the current target. Oh god, what did I just do? Here's just an example of making a macro, seeing I just broke my sap macro and I'm retarded. I will just do a show tooltip, number sign in front, and then type in the name, sap, cancel aura, sure, I guess, whatever. And then mod shift, target equals focus, and I will put sap, semicolon, space, sap once again, and then there you have it. It is sap. So this is my normal sap macro that I use to sap or sap focus. And then I have a find enemy player, like stealth, say if I'm going up against 1v1 versus a rogue. Just clear target. So if I have myself targeted and I hit the macro, it'll clear target and it'll target nearest enemy player and sap. This helps a lot if you're trying to find a rogue. Like as you can see, I'll have myself targeted, drop instantly, and it'll target the next targetable player, like enemy player, of course. Hey bosses, once again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and check the description for all the add-ons and macros down below. Thanks again for watching. The Boss out.